It's me, I'm Mario. Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. Every week, almost every week, we do this. We don't do the episode every week because we slackers. But, you know, we have good intentions.
We do.
But every time we do an episode, you know, I talk at least once or twice about something that makes me angry. Most of the time it's people.
And Walmart.
Yeah, and Walmart. But you know what? I've made a few people angry over the past couple weeks.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything.
When I'm wrong about something, I don't like to admit it, but I will.
Are you sure?
I will. I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Okay.
But 2 times I've upset somebody, and I don't think I was wrong.
Who'd you upset?
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
What'd you do? Oh.
I did a couple different things. You kind of know about this stuff already. Well, one of them you do. And I kind of want some feedback from our listeners. I'd like for you guys to... I'm going to go through these stories, and I want
You're
people...
hoping that people will be like, no, Bob, you weren't wrong.
I know, that's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to make... I'm going to make...
know what happened.
I'm going to make my case. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the story, and you can try to prove me wrong. That's what your job is. Your job is to shut me down. But I really...
You just said it's my job to prove you wrong. I just want you to remember that.
It is. And...
For future reference.
I want people to just message us after you hear this and tell me your thoughts. Because I really feel like I wasn't in the wrong. I mean, I was probably in the wrong a little bit, but not to the degree that I think I was pushed towards. You ready?
Yes.
I was with a group of people and we were talking. And one of them had a phone. And I guess he got a text message. And his message was the whistle from Old Spice. You know what I'm talking about? Like
his notification?
Yeah. That was, I can't do the whistle.
I can't either. I can't whistle.
But
I'm not very well at
I got real excited. And I started talking immediately. And let me tell you why. For a long time, this stupid Walmart down the street from us stopped carrying my deodorant. Do you remember that? I like the Old Spice gel deodorant. And they stopped carrying it. Well, they started carrying it again recently, and I'm super happy about it.
That's the little things.
Yeah, the little things. Well, I immediately turned to the guy beside me, and I told him, hey, you're not going to believe it, but Old Spice started carrying the deodorant I like in the Walmart. And I know now, looking back on it now, he was probably like, okay. Because we had...
I'm sure, I love you, but I'm sure there's probably not many people who care what brand of deodorant you're wearing, as long as you're wearing them.
Yeah, they don't. But I was excited about it. But here's where the problem lied. There was a female in the group, and the conversation went on for a second, and then she said it was inappropriate that I was talking about my deodorant.
Okay.
I immediately... Anger might be a strong word, but you know me. I got a switch. It's up or down. So
she straight up was like, Bob, that is inappropriate.
It wasn't that harsh, but
that is not something you talk about in mixed company.
That's the way it was said, yes. And I was like, deodorant? Because I was confused. I thought I said something else.
Does she not wear deodorant?
And I assume she does. I didn't smell her. But I asked her, I was like, deodorant? And she goes, yes. I said, it's inappropriate to talk about deodorant? And then she immediately responds with, well, nobody needs to know what kind and what brand, and that's just too much information. Now, I feel that I did not cross a line.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I didn't cross a line.
Does she apply deodorant in inappropriate places, maybe?
No.
Like, dude, I put it on my armpits.
You're supposed to be going against me right now.
People wear sleeveless shirts in the summertime and show their armpits.
Right. Yeah.
If it's not inappropriate to show your armpits, then I don't see how it's inappropriate to talk about what you apply to them to keep them from smelling bad.
Okay. Now that we're on the same page, I'll tell you where I might have made somebody mad.
Oh, what did you do?
Well, the first thing I said to her was, well, I can't talk around you anymore because the deodorant is probably the least inappropriate thing I've said all day.
Oh my gosh.
And then my mind said, I bet I know some deodorant stories. And it was my goal for that group to talk about deodorant for the next 20 minutes. And I did it.
Oh my gosh.
I made a deodorant conversation. I started asking everybody what kind of deodorant they used. I talked about when I ran out one time and wore yours. That Secret's good stuff.
It is.
It's really good. And I brought that up too. I was like, if Secret...
So you were talking about my deodorant.
I was talking about your deodorant. I was like, if Secret...
That's inappropriate.
If Secret had a deodorant that was like, a male-scented deodorant, I'd probably use it. Because your deodorant works really, really good. The only problem is, throughout the day when I have to wear it, if like I raise my arm, I start smelling flowers and stuff. And it throws me off.
It's like citrus.
Yeah. So I don't know. How do you feel about that? Was I wrong to like intentionally beat that subject for a little bit? I felt like a lesson needed to be learned. That's how I felt. And I felt it was my job to make sure that lesson was learned.
I mean, I don't know who the person was, where you were at, I don't know the context. And some people are different. We overshare things. That's nothing new. Anybody who knows us.
Sure.
There's not much that I won't talk about. And, but not everybody's like that. So maybe it really was inappropriate to her.
And I'm not okay with that. That's my point. I'm not okay.
Well, it's not your place to change someone's mind about the topics that they feel inappropriate about discussing in whatever environment.
Sure.
So maybe it was
Agreed.
a little bit.
I get that. I get that. But we're talking about deodorant.
I agreed with you that it's silly. It's ridiculous.
We're talking about deodorant. Okay?
I was helping you make your case.
No, I get that.
But as harmless as deodorant may seem, if she really felt that way, then, she has the right. She has the right to feel that way.
She does.
Regardless of how ridiculous we think it is.
No, I get that. But I still think it's our job to point out that it is ridiculous. Because it is ridiculous. Period. It's deodorant, Katie.
I know.
My children pretend to put it on right now and they're 2 years old.
They do.
It's deodorant.
If they're in there with me and they see me getting ready and I put on deodorant and I don't pretend to give them some, oh my goodness. Our children, you have trained our children. They've seen you put your beard oil in your beard.
Sure.
And Riley is obsessed with putting hand sanitizer on his face because he thinks he's doing the same thing as Daddy. We keep the hand sanitizer attached to the diaper bag and I keep it in my purse and stuff like that. And if he gets a hold of it, he will get it and rub it on his face like it's beard oil, like he sees Daddy doing. He did it one day so much that his little face was all red from that the alcohol and the...
Well,
I didn't let him.
I know, no, I get that. Did you see that? I think I told you.
Reagan does it too. Yeah, she puts stuff on her beard.
I broke the strap.
Yeah, you told me about that.
For the hand sanitizer because she kept messing with it, and I was like, Reagan, leave it alone. And she's kept on, and I grabbed it, and when I grabbed it, it broke, and I just threw it in the trash. So
you'll just have to buy me a new one.
No more hand sanitizer.
You know what else?
They're gonna stop selling it.
This is completely off topic, but something else that they won't leave alone just in the past few days is driving me nuts. Reagan has learned how to open the refrigerator.
Oh yeah, here it comes.
She will not stay out of the refrigerator.
Just like her daddy.
And we
Did you see the piece of paper I put up there with the numbers on it? Mm-hmm. That's my weight. I started putting my weight on the refrigerator.
So you have to look at it every
So when
time
I walk up there, I'm like, oh God, maybe I don't need to open this refrigerator.
Well, she's learned how to open the refrigerator. And I was doing something just a couple days ago, and I heard her call Riley into the kitchen. And I was like, what are they doing? So I stopped whatever I was doing, and I came in here, and just as I come around the corner, Reagan slams the door, and they scatter. And I asked him, I said, what are you doing? Riley looks up at me, he says that he was eating gummies.
Yeah, there are no gummies in the refrigerator, buddy.
They're gummies. They have vitamins that are gummies. Vitamins, right? Gummy vitamins. So this boy's trying to tell me.
Now, these vitamins, are they gummy?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're vitamins.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
But anyway, basically he was trying to tell me that he was eating vitamins. Mm-hmm. When in actuality, those little stinkers were eating sugar cubes.
Yep. My tea, the sugar cubes I bought for my tea.
We have a box of sugar cubes in the refrigerator on the door, just within their reach.
They're tearing it up.
And every time I turn around, I'll hear them from the other room. I hear their little hand digging in the box.
Like rats.
Like rodents. And then I'll hear crunch, 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 crunch. Riley came up to me, like, it happened, like, they probably ate 3 or 4 sugar cubes apiece earlier today. Because every time I turned around, they were in the refrigerator sneaking sugar cubes. And I would ask him, what are you doing? I eat gummies. No, you are not eating vitamins. You're eating pure sugar. He has sugar all around his mouth. I eat gummies.
Do you remember them nasty gummies, or not gummies, vitamins that we used to, I know that you had some in your house when you were.
The Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah. They weren't good. Like, as a kid.
I liked them as a kid.
As a kid, you know, you were like, oh, it's Flintstones and it's kind of like candy. But I mean, like, they really weren't good. Them things they left that
They're
taste
like
in your mouth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you'd eat one, you'd be like, oh, it's like a flavor. And then like a minute later,
Yeah, they're kind of chalky, almost like Tums or something.
yeah, it makes you do that thing like when you're eating popcorn, you get that little
Kernels?
freaking kernel from
Skins?
hell thing stuck in your throat. Like, those 2 little muscles on the side of your neck flare out when you're trying to get it out of there.
Yeah,
Those
those
little Flintstones.
kids tried to tell me they were eating vitamins.
Yeah, but don't. I'm gonna make my kids eat those though. I think they still make them.
I think so.
I'd be like, I did it as a kid. I don't even know if it was beneficial, but here, take them.
I think the gummies they had, the vitamins they had, were Flintstones. They were just the gummy version.
Oh, okay. I might have to try one of them. We got any left?
No.
Oh, they eat them all?
We need to get some more.
Is that why they're eating the sugar cubes out of the refrigerator? Because they're in the gummies?
We were all out of vitamins, so they figured they'd eat sugar cubes instead. You know what else they started doing, or Riley started doing this week? He started pee-peeing standing up.
He did.
Which is a huge deal.
In the potty.
As a parent of a little
Yeah.
boy, I'm like, that is like a super huge deal to be like, he's not a baby anymore, he can pee-pee standing up.
It's not normal yet, though. Like,
No, well, like,
he's
you
got to
know,
learn.
he doesn't have the aim thing down
No.
pat, and like, as a mom, that's really weird for me to try to teach him, because I'm like, you have to aim it, and I'm like, do I try to like help him, and he doesn't want to touch it.
No.
Like, he laughs, that's my winky. And then Reagan's sitting there going, I have a winky. Like, no, you don't.
What does she have? Tell everybody what she's got.
She has a hoo-ha.
That's right. Hoo-ha.
She grabs herself though. She goes, my winky. No. But yeah, he refuses to like try to aim it. So we have his little potty. It sits on the floor. And so what he's been doing is the potty has to be like up against the wall. And he leans on the wall, kind of like men do first thing in the morning, like sometimes.
Let's get something straight. Not all men do that.
Oh, I mean, it's like it's a man thing.
You know, it definitely is, and I don't understand it. Sometimes I'll go into a public restroom, you know, where they have like the urinals lined up, and guys are just like holding the wall, like they're gonna fall over.
Well, that's what he does though. The potty has to be against the wall, and he like holds on to it like he's about to get stripped, like searched or something.
Yeah.
And he pees, and then
Well, I understand that, but it's the grown men doing it that I don't understand. I mean, like, they hold the wall like their genitals
I guess it's like
must
an
weigh
instinct because he does it.
15 pounds. Like if they don't hold the wall, they're gonna topple forward and land in the urinal.
I don't know. I can't help you out there.
And I'm just like, why do you want to touch the wall in the bathroom? Like, oh.
Oh, that's gross.
I can use the bathroom without touching the wall. And then I can also lift my foot up and flush it without touching it. So.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what he does. He'll lean against the wall. And so I'm like trying to adjust his legs so it's kind of pointed down.
Uh-huh.
And then that makes him laugh. And then he's just like, he's not even paying attention. He's peeing all over the wall.
He'll get it eventually.
And then like earlier he peed on the wall. And then he said, I pee-peed in the potty. And I was like, well, you pee-peed on the wall. He said, I pee-peed on the wall. Like we were celebrating.
Yeah, that's
he
not
pee-peed
okay.
though. So he was excited. Yeah. Super big deal.
So let's circle around and get back to the Bob upsetting people.
Oh, sorry.
Now, the next one wasn't so much that I upset somebody, but I got called out for being a hypocrite. And I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because I feel like I wasn't a hypocrite. And they felt strongly that I was. And you know this story, and I know that you kind of agree with me because we've talked about it. But once again, remember, it's your job. It's your job to fight for them because they're not here.
Okay.
All right?
I'm not getting paid for this.
You're not. I'm gonna give everybody a little context first. A little context. There was a group on Facebook. It's like a yucca yard sale group, and people were buying these little things. They were Hatchimals?
Mm-hmm.
Edgimals?
Hatchimals.
Hatchimals. To this day, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do. But I know that for Christmas this year, people were losing their minds. Like, it reminded me of that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the little doll, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Like, that's how people, like, like, if it wasn't for the internet, people would have been at the stores fighting over these things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some lady posted in this group, a shipment had come in and she went and bought them all. And I think they were like, what, $60?
I have no idea.
And she was selling them for twice that much. So she was selling them for $100, $110, something like that. So she went and bought them all and then turned around and put them on, Facebook to try to double her money. I get it. I understand the thought process, how it works, supply, demand, blah, blah, blah. But it kind of upset me a little bit. Now, this is where I know that I will admit that I did wrong. I commented and I shouldn't have, because I should have just scrolled past.
Yep.
Because people got to learn how to do that. Even me, I slip up. If you see something on Facebook you don't like, just put your finger on the screen, because I know we're all doing it from phones, and just move on past. And you'll be okay. Just do it. Well, I didn't. I slipped up. And I commented and I said, shame on you. Shame on you. Everybody wants to get these for their kids for Christmas, and you went and bought them all up and doubled the price. Like, that's somebody's Christmas that she's messing with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shame on her. Now, where we get to the hypocrite part. You took me to Walmart. Remember this?
Yes.
Yeah? We're in Walmart. I don't like it, but we're there. And I've been wanting one of these Nintendo Classics that came out. They're $59. It's a little tiny Nintendo. It's got 30 games on it. I really wanted it. I wanted it since it came out in November. Well, they're all sold out, and they've been sold out. Like, they're nowhere. Well, I walked in there, and they had a shipment of 2. And I asked the guy up there, I was like, hey, do you have this? I know you probably don't. And he's like, yeah, we actually got 2 in. He said, but I'm taking one. He said, and I'll sell you the other one if you buy it right now. I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I bought it without even asking you, because I had to get it right then. And then I came up to you and I was like, if you don't be mad. I said, I got the receipt when you left the store. I'll just go refund if you're going to be mad. And you said, no, it's okay. It was you were going to let it count for like my Christmas present.
Yeah, Santa Claus is going to bring it to you.
I was super excited. I was ready to take it home and play it. I was going to brag about it on the Facebook. So I get in the car and I open Facebook up, and immediately I see where somebody posted one in that yard sale group, and somebody was paying $120 for it. And I just bought mine for $60. And I looked at you and I said, should I sell it? Because I mean, like, I can wait, like I can wait to get another one. I'll be okay. And, you sort of agreed with me. Yeah, if somebody's going to pay you for it, sell it. So I posted it. Well, one of my friends text me and was like, oh, where'd you get that from? And I told him the situation, and I think he kind of wanted to buy it. But then eventually he goes, I saw you talk to that lady and told her, the Hatchimal lady, told her off. It's kind of hypocritical of you to sell your thing like that. What do you think?
I definitely see why the person would feel that way.
Okay.
After you made that comment. And it's kind of the same situation. Another hot ticket item was hard to find around Christmas time. People were looking for. And then here you go, turn around, selling yours for almost double.
Oh, I sold it for double.
So I definitely see why somebody would see it that way. Although, I do think the situation was different. We didn't go into buying it with the intentions of trying to buy it to resell it to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You just happened across it, and we had all intentions of keeping it, and then you decided to sell it. So, different situation.
Well, I told him that. I was like, no, it's not really the same thing. I didn't go into Walmart and buy them all.
Yeah,
so nobody could get
situation.
them. I bought it for me. That was mine. It was my Nintendo. Somebody didn't pay me $120 for that Nintendo. They paid me $60 for that Nintendo, and then paid me another $60 to make me wait. Like, that's what that money was for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to, I want somebody to let me know what you think. Like, was I a jerk for doing that? I really don't feel like I was, because I wasn't going to sell it. The only reason is because I opened it up and I was like, well, people are paying for it. I'll sell mine. But I didn't go out with the intentions of stopping other people from buying it. Since we're on the Nintendo thing, I got one more thing to talk to you about. Do you remember the little plumber guy? What's his name?
Mario?
Right, Mario. I have heard so many people recently refer to him as Mario.
That's just wrong. It's Mario.
I think it's people from up north. They call him Mario. That's weird, right?
It's weird to me, yeah.
Well, Stacy, one of our listeners, she calls him Mario. And I asked her about it. I was like, that's not right, right? She's like, oh, it's right. And I was like, no, it's Mario. I get it. I get that there's some people up north and they have the name Mario. It's spelled the same and that's how they say it. But for this particular character, I think they call him Mario.
Yeah, I've never heard it said Mario.
Do you remember, did you ever play it on Nintendo 64? Or did you only play it on, like, the Nintendo?
I don't know. I know I played it on Nintendo. I know I played it on Super Nintendo. I'm not sure about Nintendo 64. I can't remember.
Did you ever hear him say it? Like, he said his name? Do you remember that?
I think so.
I used to try to, like, copy it all the time. I'm gonna let you go first, though. Do you remember what he said?
It's me, Mario.
That's it, right? And I started thinking about it, and I was like, he didn't say Mario.
Mm-mm.
He didn't say Mario. He said Mario. It's a me, I'm Mario. Oh, see, look, I was about to do it wrong. Did he say Mario? He didn't say Mario, right? He said Mario.
I don't think so. Now you're making me doubt myself.
Yeah.
I always heard Mario.
It's like that Berenstein, or the Bernstein Bears. That thing that's going around, like people can't remember what it was called. What did you call them when you were growing up?
The Berenstain Bears.
Really? I thought it was the Bernstein Bears. I think everybody else thought it was the Bernstein Bears. You remember Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
Really? You're the odd duck.
Am I?
You need to Google that when we get
No,
off of
because
here.
I mean, as a child, I didn't just go, oh yeah, this is how no, I heard that somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Because everybody else heard Bernstein Bears.
Really?
It's the Bernstein Bears.
No, it's Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, I know. But none of us remember it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
What school did you go to? Your teacher must have been wrong.
I went to the school you went to. We went to high school together. I guess we were.
I wasn't reading that in high school.
I might have been reading the Berenstein Bears in high school. I don't know. But no, anyways, it was he didn't say Mario. And I'm gonna stick with that. I'm going on the record. You good with that?
Yeah.
Berenstein and Mario.
Those are correct.
Yes. It's a me, a Mario. That's what he says, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Don't you think good?
I think so. It's been a lot of years since I've heard it.
Okay. I have a story for you that kind of matches a little bit of what we were talking about. Not
matches
really.
Mario and
Not
the
Mario,
Berenstain Bears.
Just people getting uptight about things and people getting offended. There's a lot of people get offended nowadays.
Oh my god.
I think I figured out why.
Why?
And I have a little more sensitivity towards it now.
Okay.
Okay. You ready for this? I was hanging out with my dad the other day and then we met one of his friends. And this guy's probably 50 years old, 55. He's an older gentleman, but he welds. That's what he does for a living. He welds things.
Mm-hmm.
And we started talking. I don't know anything about welding, but I heard him tell a story about how when he would weld certain ways, he would turn his hat sideways because sometimes the little metal balls would come off and land in his ear and go down inside.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what I said. I was like, whoa, what?
That sounds horrible.
It does, doesn't it? So then I started paying attention. And then, I told him, I was like, man, that is crazy. And he's like, oh, it's really not that bad. Like you freak out because he said it's burning you when it goes in. But what really sucks is that it's fixing to hit your eardrum. And that's when it's really bad. And I'm like, why do you do this?
Oh my gosh.
Like, why are you in this profession? And then he shows me his arms and he has like white dots all over his arms. So where like the metal would fly off while he's welding, just land on his arm and like burn him. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he tells me this story, and it completely just opened my eyes. He was sitting on like a bucket, and he was welding. And one of these beads flies up. And when it comes down, it hits his pants. It burns through his pants, and then through his genitals.
Through?
Through the bag. It went through the bag.
Oh my God.
It went in the top of the bag.
Oh my God.
And then came out the bottom of the bag and then out of his pants. That's how hot this stuff is. So then he gets up and he starts waddling like a duck.
Oh, God.
And he goes to like, I guess it was like the secretary or some boss lady or something. He's like, I need to go to the hospital. And it's her job to sort of go, well, let me see it and we'll see if and she's like, where did you get burned? Let me see it. And he's like, okay. And
oh my God, so he just whips it out?
I don't think he did. I think at that point she's like, whoa, no, just go to the hospital. But he gets to the hospital and all they could do at that point was just clean it because it was so hot that when it went in, it just cauterized everything. So like it opened it and sealed it, Soup, soup. They said he was really lucky because it, inside the sack, there's two little things moving around and it dodged them.
Wow.
And then I was like, you don't even have them.
I don't have them, and it makes me hurt. Like, I feel like I can't breathe.
So this was my thought. There's not too many things I can say to that man that's going to offend him. Because look what he's went through. Mm-hmm. Like, look what he's gone through in his life. Like, if he was a Hillary supporter, and I looked at him and I was like, Hillary's bad. I think Trump is amazing. He is not going to get offended. Because that's like the least
of his
horrible
worries.
thing that's ever happened to him in his life. Metal went through his man bag. All right? It went through his man bag. He doesn't care what I think about Trump or Hillary. Do you understand?
Gosh.
People are growing up nowadays. Me, I'm included. I'm real close to being a millennial. I'm not. I'm super close. I didn't have any crazy jobs like that. Like, the worst job I've ever had is like a dishwasher. You know what I mean? Like, I burnt myself one time on the hot water. Oh, the hot water never went through my man bag. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like, just as a society, we don't do a lot of things anymore that just really build character and like
I agree.
Stamina and strongness. Look, I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody. I got soft fingers. Look at them things.
You do. You have really soft hands.
I have little tiny, I got lady fingers. If anybody's never seen me, I am close to a 300-pound bearded man with lady fingers. I got them. Look, I take little tiny strides with my feet. So, I mean, I get it. But I mean, like, I think that's what it is. We just don't have a lot of people doing stuff like that. I'm not saying go out there and start burning yourself to make yourself better. I'm just saying, like, that could be the problem. You know?
Yeah. It's like everybody has too much time on their hands. And I think, like, oh my God, the internet and social media, they're wonderful, but they're horrible at the same time.
And it's all instant. It's instant gratification. Instant. I want to watch this movie. Guess what? When I wanted to watch a movie a long time ago, I had to get in the car. Not a long time ago. I'm only 31, but a couple years ago, I had to get in a car and drive to a video store. And I didn't even know what they had.
You hope they have the movie you want in stock.
You went and you go, hey, what came out this week? You ask the person, what came out this week? And they would tell you.
In my case, I would answer you.
Yeah. And then you looked through tangible things, But it's not like that anymore. It's like if you want to watch a movie, and I'm there now. If I want to watch a movie, I can just go, I'll go to Netflix. Boom. Mm-hmm. It's there. Sometimes when Netflix loads, it gets to like 25%, and it kind of stalls out. It'll take like a minute to load up, and I'm furious. I'm like, why did it take so long? I used to have to drive 15 minutes. 15 minutes to rent a video, and now it's like instant. And I got upset because it took a minute to get ready.
We're spoiled.
It's crazy. That's what's going on with the world. That is what's happening.
Yep, everybody's spoiled.
Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. If you enjoy hearing about man bags and other things, go check out Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. You can contribute and help the show out for as little as $1 a month or $1 million. That's good. We're good with that, right? You good with $1 million? Yeah. Fantastic. Now we do have some rewards. Brought this up before. Make it quick. Become a patron for $1 and you unlock all the content, join our community, and meet everybody. Not a lot of us, but we're getting there. We're growing. If you do $5 a month, that's called the Stick This reward. And Katie will write you a letter. She has 2 other letters to write. You can get that done for me?
Sure.
Oh, why you look so sad for?
Why you volunteer me to write a letter?
Because I can't spell and my handwriting's atrocious. They'll get it and be like, I think the Bob and Katie Show has 5-year-olds working for them. But we're going to send you a sticker right to your address. And we don't sell these stickers. So, like, you have to actually either see us in person or become a patron to get these. So, Stick This, $5. For $15 a month, you become the Creeper Cast. And that's when me and Katie get on an episode and just go all over the internet and look at your stuff and talk about it. But you can go right at $14 and we won't do it. So, that's fine. And then,
what's the fun in that?
I know. And then the Be Our Guest reward. For $25, you get to be on one episode. We'll call you, or if you're in the area and we don't feel like you're creepy, maybe you can come over. I don't know. We're probably just going to call you. We'll probably just call you. But no, we'll talk to you on an episode. you can join us. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about until it gets boring, and then we'll just hang up and say it was a, issue. But that was $25. And then don't forget to check out thebobandkatieshow.com. You don't need the www. And iTunes. We are on iTunes, and we need your reviews. Go in there and tell us we're good, even if we're not. Helps us out. Cool? Good? Fantastic? Wonderful? Anything to say with that stuff?
Nope, I think you covered it all.
That's the boring stuff.
So we had something happen the other day, super nice. Just one of those things, like, just makes you go, hey, people really can be nice. You had to go to the eye doctor the other day.
Yeah, that was great.
And we got there a little bit early. We got there a lot early, because I had a doctor's appointment that morning also. So we go early just to see. We were going to, like, the eye place inside of Walmart. So we're like, whatever, we'll stop by, and then we'll just wander around Walmart, whatever. So we went in, they're like, we're about to close for lunch, but we can go ahead and fill you out some paperwork and stuff. And I guess you started talking to the lady, the receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know how you guys got on the topic of, we had kids and another one. I mean, she could probably visibly tell I was pregnant, but
I was, trying to admit to her why cause I thought I might have to have surgery on my eyes, cause I had that before. And, it turns out I'm just gonna have to wear glasses. I'd rather have the surgery, I think. But, no, I'm not gonna go there. But, I was like, yeah, I think I might need glasses. I did have to have the surgery before, and I'm gonna have it again, but I said, but I can't do surgery this year because my wife is pregnant. We're trying to buy a house. I was like, I just gotta keep all the money that I can keep. And, that's how she found out you're pregnant.
Well, while they were closed for lunch, she knitted a hat for the baby.
Yeah, during her lunch break.
Yeah, we had never met this woman before, and she used her lunch break to knit a hat for our unborn child.
And she was confident about it, because she walked up to us, and she was like, hey, this was before, because we came early, and we were going to have to just leave and wander around Walmart for an hour. But before we walked out of there for her lunch break, she goes, I'm going to give you something before you leave when you get back. So she didn't even have it done yet.
Yeah, she was
so confident. She was like, I'm going to knit a hat.
It was just the sweetest thing. Like, I've never met this woman, and here she has given us a gift for the baby. I think that's the first gift that this baby has gotten.
You're right. A stranger.
From a stranger. And it was just so sweet. I hugged the lady. Like, that was just so sweet. So thoughtful. Like, she didn't have to do that. But her name was Andrea. So thank you, Andrea. That was so sweet.
You were, I think, a lot more excited about it than I was. Not because I wasn't excited about it, but like, I don't know, I was in a different mindset. You're like, oh wow, I got a hat for the baby. And I'm like, oh wow, I got to wear glasses the rest of my life. But no, I started thinking about it after we left. I was like, it's really cool. Like,
she doesn't know us. She doesn't know our child. And I don't know, anyone who takes the time out to give my child, send a gift for my unborn child, like, that is just so thoughtful. We'll post a picture of the hat in a couple weeks.
For everybody to see. Yeah, she took a picture for us.
Yeah, we can't post it yet.
Now, speaking of
in a couple weeks, we were thinking.
You had this idea. And
this was my idea.
I thought it was good. It freaked me out because normally, like, when it comes to this stuff, it's always like I'm the one coming up with ideas.
I have ideas too. Jeez Louise.
I know, but you don't put them out.
I just don't have very much brain capacity to think of good ideas.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because it's all kids in house and now, pregnancy,
yeah.
I don't have enough room in my brain to think. But anyway, I came up with this idea. We're going to do a gender reveal with our family in a couple weeks. And we think we're going to Facebook Live it for everyone.
Yeah.
So everybody can be there. I mean, everybody can participate. Everybody can feel like they're a part of the family.
Now, are we doing that from, like, our personal page or the Bob? Because you're talking about on the Bob and Katie show. Okay, cool. Yeah. So here in a couple of weeks, we'll do that. I think it's gonna be fun. Are we allowed to say what we're doing, or is that gonna be a surprise?
Oh no, we're gonna do silly string.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our family together and
it's a big family.
Yeah, we have a lot of family.
I mean, girth and quantity. Like, there's a lot of them, and some of them are pretty big.
We're gonna get everybody together, both sides of our family. I mean, like, just immediate family, but still, that's a big group. And
they're all gonna spray us with
everybody's gonna have a can of silly string, and they're gonna spray it. It's either gonna be pink or blue, so we'll find out.
Unlike last time, it's not gonna be pink and blue.
No, not pinky and blue. No. I know I may look like there's 2 in there because I feel like I'm huge already, but no, it's just 1. Each time we have an ultrasound, they check and they say, oh, it's still just 1, because that mess happens where one is like hiding. There was an old lady in the doctor's office one day, not the baby doctor, different doctor, and she was telling me, I had the kids with me, and she's like, oh yeah, my friend so-and-so, whoever, had twins, and she didn't know it was twins until she gave birth.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine, like, you're all prepared, you got everything ready, you go into labor, and then boom, it's 2 kids.
I mean, like, that's insane. Like, you can't, I couldn't process that, and we found out almost immediately.
What, when we were having twins?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Well, my thing is, like, I've been through a twin pregnancy, and I don't know how the doctors missed a second baby in there.
Yeah.
Because, like, with me, I knew which baby was, like, when they got big enough I could start feeling a move, I knew which one it was. I could feel the difference.
That's weird.
And it's one of those things.
Sorry,
mother knows. Like, I knew if I felt movement, I knew which baby it was. All the time. I knew. And the ultrasounds, I mean, you could clearly see, there were 2 babies in there. So I'm like, how did the doctors miss it? I would be suing somebody.
I'm pretty sure I saw Reagan's face one time, and it freaked me out, because she was on the top, right? Like, she was on... She was like on my right side, up top, yeah.
and then Riley was on, like, the left side, lower down.
Well, when they get, for anybody that has a kid, when they're inside the belly and they get pretty close to, like, it's gonna be time soon, like, they're bigger, you can see the woman's stomach move, like, when they're touching it, and it's, like, kind of like Aliens.
Yeah.
When that thing came out of that guy's stomach in Aliens, like, that's sort of what it looks like. And, you had your shirt off one night. We're not gonna get into what was happening.
What?
But I thought I saw her face, like, press up against your stomach and drag across.
Yeah, like, she would all the time her head would, like, roll from one side to the other.
Yeah.
And I would just have, like, this mound, and I could feel it kind of, like, rolling across the inside of my belly.
Yeah. Well, I saw it, and I was like, this is too weird for me, man. Like, I felt like I was like, I need to go have a drink. Like, that thing's fixing to come out. Like I just pictured her in there with, like, a little switchblade, like, and she pops and he's like, Ksh. But I don't know. It's weird.
She didn't want to come out. Riley did. Riley about couldn't wait.
Now, speaking of the kids, I gotta get on this real quick, so we're running out of time. The other day, I did something, and then I realized what I did, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe I'd reached that point in my life.
Did you say something and you're like, oh my God, I sounded like my mom and dad?
No.
Oh.
I hid so I could eat a taco.
You did. I remember that. Our kids are taco addicts, man. They will randomly throughout the day just ask to have tacos.
Well, I was going to have a taco, and they didn't need any. Like, I think they had already eaten. I probably didn't need it, but
it was like it was like shortly after we finished dinner.
But it was like, I should eat it now, or it's going to go in the refrigerator and get all cold, or I'm going to eat this taco. But, like, I was in the kitchen, and we had, like, the counter, and I was ducking down.
Reagan was sitting there beside me on the couch because I was distracting her so you could eat your taco. Yeah. And she said, what's Daddy doing? And I was like, Daddy's not doing anything.
But I was sitting there later that night and I was like, I'm a grown man and I'm hiding from tiny people so I can eat tacos.
But they want everything.
They do. They want it all.
I was eating frosted shredded mini wheats for breakfast this morning. Mm-hmm. Like, so not a kid cereal. And I had a kid on each side of me going, bye, like seagulls. You know, like if seagulls see you with like French fries or something, they just like flock.
Yeah.
And they're like, ah, ah, ah. I don't know. Is that what seagulls sound like? I don't think that was a good seagull impression. But anyway, that's all the kids are like, bye.
Like a crow.
Yeah, I think that was more of a crow. You get the point. But yeah, it's like a flock of seagulls around me. It doesn't matter what I'm eating. And I lie. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Soda. Our kids have never had soda.
Never.
And I don't intend them to have soda.
Or coffee.
Anytime soon. Or coffee. And so like I had some soda the other day and oh my gosh. It was like a 20 ounce in a bottle. And they see the bottle and they're like, oh, good things come in those bottles.
Yeah.
And Reagan's like, sip. And I was like, this is a grown-up drink. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's hot. You can't-
It's hot.
I've told-
And they're okay with that. And then
Yeah.
she'll leave me alone. And my coffee, because like I'll usually sit down and drink my coffee while they're eating their breakfast, and they'll come up to me and that's mommy's milk.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to have it. It's mommy's milk. In fact, she'll point at my cup and she says, "That's your milk." Yep, that's mommy's milk. It's special grown-up milk.
Now, when I did this, I was like, there's got to be other people that do stuff like this. There's got to be. So I went into this like family club group that we're in on Facebook and I posted it. And this is what I wrote. On our next episode, we're going to talk about things you never did before having kids. Because that's what it was. I had never hid so I could eat a taco. And I asked for other people.
Oh my god, so many things.
And it exploded. There's no way.
Because there are so many
Yeah.
things
There's no
that
way
you will
I can
do
go
after
through them
becoming a
all.
parent that you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just like scroll through them and I'm going to let you go stop and I'll read whatever I land on.
gosh.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Anytime. I'm going to get to the end.
Oh, stop.
All right. Let me start over. Hang on.
Sorry, I didn't realize what you were doing.
There's not that many. I mean, okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Go.
Stop.
Okay. All right. Hang on. Dang it. I'm going to do the first one real fast. This is Mallory. She said, "Yep, eating in the bathroom. It's a lifestyle." I've never eaten in the bathroom trying to hide food, but I definitely am not saying it's out of the
I'm just
question.
about there. I'm just about there.
Okay, we're doing it again. You ready? Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, Nico? Neko?
Sure.
It's, I think it's a female. Oh yeah, her middle name's Anne. Before I had a kid, I never clapped in excitement over somebody peeing in a plastic bucket.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, you ready? We're gonna do it again. Here we go. Tell me when.
Stop.
Today, this was, Miranda. Today I peed without a toddler watching me.
Oh, that's a privilege.
So yeah, she was excited about that.
That is surely a privilege.
I still feel weird about it. It's happened 100 times, if not more than that, and I still feel.
They're like stand in
Strange.
front of me and get in my face, and I'm just like,
Well, I mean, like as a
I don't
guy,
even care anymore.
like they'll come in there while like I'm peeing, I'm standing up, and then like when I'm done peeing, I got to shake it, and I'm like, I don't want to. Please stop.
It's
staring
weird
at
when
me.
I know it weirds you out when Reagan
Oh yeah.
comes in the bathroom with you.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. You ready?
Stop.
Sometimes I pretend I have to poop so that I can have 5 to 10 minutes alone. You ever done that?
No, I've never pretended, but I definitely probably take longer than
Yeah.
necessary just to.
Sometimes when I'm here with you and like you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you take your phone, I'm like, dang it. She's gonna be gone for 20 minutes.
You do the same thing, my dear. You do the same thing.
I do.
And you do that, like, men have this way of needing to poop at the most inconvenient times.
Yeah, I get that. I get it.
Yeah, it's always, like, such an inconvenient time.
Yeah. When is not an inconvenient time to poop?
I don't know, but you always have the most inconvenient poop times.
Awesome. Okay, next one. Go.
Stop.
Jamie says simply, have 30 people looking at my vagina so they can see dilation.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of poking and prodding that goes on down there when you're expecting.
And then she said I also had to put cabbage on her boobs.
That is to, help when your boobs are engorged.
Oh, like for like swelling?
Yeah, I've never tried it,
Me neither.
but I know, like, I know people who have.
You wanna do one more?
Sure.
Okay, tell me when.
Stop.
Okay, this one's kind of long. This is James.
Oh, a guy?
No, James is a girl.
Okay.
Wake up in the middle of the night to a weird sound on the baby monitor. Make my then boyfriend go investigate. It turns out it was a mouse. It had the baby's pacifier and was trying to take it
Oh my gosh.
on through her closet. Lucky it was one she had dropped. She still had the other in her crib. We live in the country of Minnesota and it was wintertime. What?
That would have freaked me out. Oh my gosh.
Be like, we gotta burn the house down. The rat's coming in and taking the baby stuff.
Oh my gosh. I can definitely say, I haven't had that experience, at least not yet, but that would have freaked me out.
Now, there was somebody else, I remember I read it the other day, I don't know who it was, but they said something and I was like, oh, that's genius. when they buy chips, they'll come home and open the bag and then like put them in Ziploc bags so that when she goes to have some chips, it don't make all that noise.
Oh my, yeah, kids are as bad as dogs.
They are. They hear that
hear
noise.
the
They
wrappers.
come running. What you got, gummies?
What? I can hear what daddy got. What daddy got. What mommy got. You would think I don't feed the children. They hear food wrappers and they come running. Oh my gosh, today, Riley comes in the living room holding the bag of bread and gets a piece out and proceeds to eat it. And I mean, I wasn't going to take it from him, but he had just eaten breakfast.
Yeah.
I was like, you just ate. You're not hungry. And he got up on the couch and sat there and ate a piece of bread. I put the bread up and Reagan starts having a fit.
So then you have to give her bread?
No, I did not give her a piece of bread because they just ate. I said, go take a bite of Riley's. I said, Riley, share your bread with your sister. And he did.
Share the bread, children. Share the bread.
He would take a bite and then he would give her a bite. I was like, oh my gosh, now that they can reach the counter, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then a little while later, they came in there with a bag of tortillas.
They love tacos.
Like, kids, like, you eat all day long.
They're little McKnights, man. We gotta be careful. They're gonna barrel like the rest of us.
Oh my gosh. Between the sugar cubes and the bread, I was like, just stay out of the kitchen, please.
Stop stealing our food, children. Just stop it.
I feed you, and I will feed you again.
We will.
Promise.
We've kept them alive for 2 years.
Every day of your life, I feed you at least 3 meals and a snack, if not more.
There hasn't been one day we didn't feed them.
No, not one.
We'll set them down for dinner, and we're like, sit here for a second, and we'll go grab your plate, and they're like,
my food, my food, my food, oh, my food.
And I just want to be like, well, then go get a job and buy your own food.
Get a job.
Find your laugh.
Find your happy.